Fins and Things is one of the classic Moab trails, situated immediately east of town up on Sand Flats Recreation Area. I started off with a brave fellow on a Super Tenere, but he broke off shortly after this video picks up. You can see my riding coach, Sirach the dog, watching from the sidelines. When I initially approached, he heard my engine in the distance and decided to bolt towards me. The fins refer to the sweeping rock ledges, and I'm pretty sure the things part just refers to all the sand that connects all the fins together. But this video is only fins, no sand. With the vertical changes, picking your line is pretty important, and here you can see me realize that I chose poorly. But sometimes, oftentimes, you just have to go with it. This was my first and only run on Fins and Things, and one of my first trails to try at Moab, so it was a relatively slow-going ride as I got accustomed to the terrain and what obstacles I might expect to see. But this is the reality of riding a bigger bike on terrain that's both technical and new. A good amount of time is spent pausing and assessing what's ahead of you. Classic moment where you go to put the kickstand down and realize that you're in a terrible spot and that the perfect spot's only 2 inches away, but it's easier to start the bike and move forward than it is to try to push yourself.
Ah, fucking easy.
And the kickstand moment is quickly followed by another classic moment where you realize that it was totally unnecessary to look on ahead and you could have just gone with it. Unlike a lot of Moab, this trail parallels an access road and actually weaves through a few campgrounds, make it easily accessible and, more importantly, easier to recover from. Eventually I came across this, and for once the lighting actually helps illustrate the incline rather than flattening everything out. I initially tried to ride up that corner right there, but frankly corners like that are my worst fear. If you fail, you fall with the bike at a really odd and steep angle downwards and potentially square on you. It's a circle of doubt that I really need to get over, because if I had just ridden up that with speed and with courage, that would have been my best option. Instead, I did the safe thing and backed up and tried to ramp straight up this ledge. It was a sharper incline, but I felt safer being able to catch myself if need be. And of course, after passing them at the start, these kind folks finally caught up to me and offered to help, but I stubbornly declined.
Maybe, give me a couple more stabs here. Thank you.
Of course, this notion of needing a safety net breeds half-assed attempts, and I spent a few minutes and a few hundred miles of rear tire tread trying to clear it. Most of those attempts landed the bike squarely on the bash plate, teetering on the corner of the ledge. Weighting the rear caused the bike to slide down before gaining any significant traction to get the rest of the way up, so this was clearly a single-step maneuver that had to be performed. And eventually I manned up, opened up the throttle, and completely dumped the clutch, which was both successful and oddly anticlimactic.
Well, I got up.
Nothing like an audience to jumpstart your efforts.
Can y'all pass, or do you need to come here?
No, you're good. We can pass.
Okay, cool. I'll let y'all do that then, and I'll be good to go. I got friends nearby. I appreciate it. Woo. Alrighty, let's do this.
Lots of lessons were learned. Sending the bike isn't as scary as I thought it would be. I got a good feel for it, and I learned that I actually don't have performance anxiety.
Yeah.